Hi, I'm Emily, and welcome back to the House of Couchie. Glad you could join me. I have a really cool show today. My friend Jamie has come, my first guest on the show, and she's a bit of a DIYer and has a line of clothing that she distresses and paints on, and all vintage and secondhand clothes that she works on. And so she's coming over into the space, so let's go check it out. So good to see you. She's shy. I don't know. What? Welcome to the House of Couchie. Okay, so we have known each other for a long time. We've done lots of projects together, and you are somebody that I really love your style. And I feel like although we are very different, I think we have a lot of similarities. Like, I always refer to myself as pretty punk. And I know that you have a real irreverent, kind of punkish side, but also very pretty. And we also both really love androgyny. Like, no doubt about it. You've got some androgyny loving.
Pretty boy once or twice.
Yeah. Pretty boy, pretty punk.
They don't know how to. They don't know when they see I'm dressed. They don't know how to take me.
Yeah.
But it's always pretty positive. So.
Cool. So where does some of your style come from? Like, who are some of your icons? Like, who do you love?
Oh my.
Because nothing comes in a bubble. Like, I mean, we're visual people. Like,
Yeah,
you know, you can come up with your own style,
Yeah.
but like, there's sources. Like,
Well,
who do you
I
like?
feel like style for me is when I dress myself, or pull from icons and muses and history and stuff like that. It's about energy, you know.
Nice.
So I'm like, how do I want to portray myself? So that's why I'm wearing this optical illusion suit. You know?
Love.
So yeah, I feel like fashion is energy. How you're gonna put yourself in the world, like communication, stuff like that. But some of my icons are Daphne Guinness.
Nice.
She doesn't care. She just does her thing.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah, you don't dress for a job or a significant other. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I think it should be an expression of like yourself.
Yeah.
Inside and then out. It's kind of like armor
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of icons.
And what about Vivienne Westwood?
I love that woman. She is a true icon.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, she, like, you know, I always say she's my spirit animal.
I know, I saw that on Instagram. I was like, yes.
I love her. I love her. I loved her when she was young. I love her. I love who she is now. I love her activism.
Yes.
I mean, she's been an activist all her whole life.
Her whole life. Yeah.
But you know, like, she's
real activism.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't follow the trends of what's everybody's shouting about.
Yeah.
She actually goes after real causes.
Yeah. Well, she's the original punk, right? 100%. Like, she has been rebelling like for her entire career, and she really is like the mother of punk. Like,
yeah. But the most beautiful thing about her is that her who she is truly authentic. Like, she how she lives her life, how she makes her clothes, and that's something that I always admire, whether you're a designer or an artist or just whoever.
Yeah.
When somebody's truly authentic, not just putting on clothes, So.
I mean, she infiltrated the 80s for sure, and the 70s.
Well, yeah. I love how she really layers her looks and mixes patterns with more patterns, and how she basically makes it punk but couture at the same time, and she basically reinvents history with her fashion, whether it's pirate, whether it's like you said, punk. There's some sailors, all these different things that she does, but she makes it current and still like past and future. So it's amazing.
I mean, one of the things I loved about her, I'm talking about her in past tense. So sorry, Vivienne. she's still here, active, busy, living a life. Yeah. No, one of the things I love about her work is she always references historical pieces. I know, like, coming into her 1981 collection, I think it was, which was the Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she was going to the Victoria Albert Museum and studying clothing there, and and then she like dominated New Wave with her very first like real, I mean, collection. I mean, she had been like a decade of making the punk scene, but it wasn't like noticed by Vogue and that sort of thing. But the Pirate was, the Pirate collection was just awesome. And Adamant, like, I mean, she dressed Adamant head to toe, and I think he lays claim to that look, but I'm pretty sure it was her.
Yeah, no, she always does what she wants to do.
Yeah.
But references history,
And then even like a little bit later, I don't know if it was like 82, 83, like she was doing sort of that peasant, and I'm really informed by this as well, this sort of like peasant.
Victorian, the one?
No, not Victorian. I would say it's a bit more peasant. Like it was like around the time that Boy George and Culture Club came out. It was like really big drapey clothing. I mean, I could see why you're saying big Victorian, because there was like a lot of like bloomer kind of quality, oversized, that would go under big things. But it also, to me, had like this working, she paired it with like the big work boots, and it had like this worker quality to it. And like that really dominated, the music scene in the 80s. I mean, you were just a pup back then. Were you even born then? Were you around in the 80s? I was a teen. I was like highly influenced by music back then.
I still am.
Yeah.
I like how Vivienne Westwood, even though they had these wild shapes and layers, you could still wear it.
Yeah.
That's the thing with her clothes. You can still look fabulous and wear it. Where some designers, it looks nice, but you're so uncomfortable.
And how about today? Do you think like taking some of those old, I wish I had a Vivienne Westwood piece. I don't. I have just pieces that remind me of her pieces. But
I remember I had a pair of Vivienne Westwood shoes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I saved
Shut
up.
up.
And they were like this.
Were you about to say smell?
Yep. They smelled like grape.
What?
I'm serious. They were out of this interesting latex. I bought them from Gravity Pope. I saved up because I love Vivienne Westwood, so I saved up and saved up. It was like it was a few years ago, and and I'm like, conversation speaks. Smell my shoe, and they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And then they're like, "Is that grape?" And I was like, "Yes." And it's Vivienne Westwood.
Crazy.
And then it's just like, "Who is Vivienne Westwood?" And then I would just lose it. I'd be like.
Okay, so this is one of your pieces. And you did this?
Yes, I did. I painted it. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, a lot of people come with their clothing that they love for a long time in their own collections, and they want something a little bit more fresh. They don't want to get rid of it. They don't want to sell it, but they want a little bit of a different spin on it.
Nice.
So either I'll put buttons, paint, rips, tears, kind of to make it new.
Yeah.
So you can have a new outfit without buying a new outfit,
Yeah.
just with a little paint.
This is my favorite, right there.
Yeah. I signed it. Yeah. Yeah, I sign everything in pink.
Do you? Cool. Well, this is one of my pieces. You probably haven't seen it, but I did it a couple of years ago, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was inspired. I watched, maybe last year I did. I don't know. I was watching The Get Down on Netflix.
Okay.
It was a cold winter. And one of the characters had like buttons all over, and I was just like really inspired, and I had a lot of crazy buttons.
Where'd you get your buttons from?
Oh, all over. I don't know. I'm a hoarder of vintage buttons. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I love buttons
like
like a
that with
lot.
glitter.
And then I found this image actually online, and then I just did a little bit of applique collage and embroidered it. But I too like to take old stuff, and sometimes I find like something that's got a really great bones to it, but somebody's like dropped mustard on it or something, and I can.
You could always put bleach on it, or
yeah,
like color.
You just do something, right? Like it doesn't have to go away. Like you just have to be creative on what you do with it. And there's ways of disguising. Yeah, but especially like if it's your favorite thing and it's broken in and
like jeans, like denim.
Yeah, denim, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So why don't we go through the racks and
I'm
pick out
excited.
some stuff and yeah.
away, honey.
All right, well, you know, I was thinking like this, but this is like 50s. I don't know.
Where'd you find this?
I found this in a crawl space at an estate sale that was a woman who sewed. And
Oh, really?
yeah, and I think she actually had a wedding dress that is the same
gosh.
pattern. This was the bridesmaid dress. And
Oh, I was like, I thought that was her wedding dress.
no,
I
no,
was
but
like,
I have the wedding dress is in white, but it's like the
Oh, this.
it's the same.
Style, yeah.
Yeah, but I asked any vintage clothes, and she says in the crawl space, but you have to go in and get it. So I spent like
Just go in the crawl space.
yeah, I spent like an
Fine.
hour, and I dragged my husband. I was thinking about this. What do you think?
Ooh, love crop denim.
Yeah, crop kind
The
of.
zippers are insane on this. Like, they don't make jackets like this anymore.
I know, like
like-
nice metal and big, thick kind of. It's like a moto jacket, but
It's like
cropped.
it's like a motor jacket, but
Yeah.
cropped. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people bring their jackets or clothes to me, and then I put my little take on them. And yeah, oh my gosh, look at these darts.
Yeah, weird, right? Like
I've never seen a jacket like this.
I know, it's like
Wild.
yeah.
But you know, they make fake stuff nowadays.
I know, right?
Like fake pockets,
Yeah,
fake
yeah, yeah.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I want the real stuff.
Cool. So you wanna do some painting on this?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm
Cool.
very excited.
And then you've brought some 3D stuff from your friend.
Yes, the godfather of art, my dear friend Robert Woodbury. We 3D printed some accessories.
Cool.
Yeah.
We have a model coming in.
Okay.
Her name is Shay, and
Sure.
I think I'm going to do a collaboration with her down the road.
Okay.
But she's going to model for us because I love her look.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll put this outfit on, and then Taylor, my amazing camera guy, is going to do going to do a fashion shoot with her.
Fabulous. Okay, I'm excited.
Cool.
Let's get to work.
Let's do it.
Seriously.